Okay, so let's dive right in. Yeah, we all want to understand ourselves better, right? Like what makes us tick. And I think a lot of us are fascinated by
Yeah,
intelligence.
for sure.
But, and I'm sure you felt this too, intelligence is so much more than just like an IQ score.
Absolutely. It's way more interesting than that.
It's about how we think, how we learn, how we interact with the world. So today we're taking a deep dive into the real traits of highly intelligent people.
Exactly. We're going to look beyond those standardized tests and really unpack what makes these folks, tick, what makes them so effective at navigating life's complexities.
Yeah. So maybe, just maybe, we can all pick up a few things along the way.
Yeah.
All right, first up, curiosity. It's that innate desire to learn, to explore, to constantly ask why. Think about the people you know who just can't stop asking questions.
Right. It's like they're driven by this insatiable hunger for knowledge, always digging deeper.
They're not content with surface-level explanations. They want to understand the how and the why behind everything.
And it's not just passive observation. Their curiosity leads to action. It's like, okay, I understand this now, but how can I make it better? Or how can I apply this knowledge in a different way? It's curiosity that drives innovation and progress. Think about someone like Albert Einstein or Marie Curie. They were driven by this relentless curiosity.
And I think what's really cool about curiosity is that it's a skill you can develop.
Absolutely.
You can train yourself to be more curious, to question assumptions, to dig deeper. And that's what leads to true understanding.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. It's a habit of mind that anyone can cultivate. Just start by asking more questions. Don't be afraid to say, I don't get it. Explain that to me. That's how real learning happens.
Okay, so we've got curiosity as a foundation. Now let's talk about adaptability. This feels huge in today's world where everything is constantly changing, right?
Huge. It's like if you're not adaptable, you're going to get left behind. The ability to adjust to new situations, to learn from your mistakes, and to pivot when things don't go according to plan, that's essential for intelligent people.
It's like they have this mental agility, this flexibility that allows them to thrive in any environment.
Exactly. Think about it like this. Imagine you're walking through a forest, and suddenly the path disappears. Someone who's not adaptable might panic. They might just freeze up and not know what to do. But someone who's adaptable, they'll look around, assess the situation, and find a new way forward. They might have to bushwhack a little bit, get a little dirty, but they'll figure it out.
It's like they're not afraid to get off the beaten path.
Mm.
They see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow.
And
And speaking of learning, critical thinking. This one's crucial, right?
oh, yeah. Critical thinking is about not just accepting information at face value. It's about analyzing it, evaluating it, and forming your own conclusions.
It's like having a built-in BS detector.
Exactly. You're not just passively consuming information, you're actively processing it. You're asking questions like, where's the evidence? Does this make logical sense? What are the potential biases here?
And I think this is especially important in today's world, where we're bombarded with information from all sides.
Right. It's coming at us from every direction. On our phones, on TV, on social media. You have to be able to filter through all that noise and figure out what's actually true and what's not.
And that ties in closely with open-mindedness,
Yeah.
the ability to consider different perspectives, even if they challenge your own beliefs.
Absolutely. Intelligent people are willing to listen to other viewpoints, even if they disagree. They don't let their ego get in the way of learning something new.
It's about recognizing that you don't have all the answers and that there's always something more to learn. And that leads us to lifelong learning, which I think is a hallmark of truly intelligent people.
Without a doubt. The understanding that learning is a continuous process, not something that stops once you graduate from school. Intelligent people are constantly seeking out new knowledge and experiences. They're reading, they're taking courses, they're talking to experts, they're traveling. They're never satisfied with what they already know.
It's like they have this inner drive to expand their horizons. And I think that's something we can all aspire to. Now let's talk about emotional intelligence.
This one is so important because you can be the smartest person in the room, but if you can't understand and manage your emotions, you're not going to be very successful in life.
Yeah, you've got to be able to relate to other people, understand their perspectives, and build strong relationships.
Right. Emotional intelligence is about being self-aware, empathetic, and able to regulate your emotions. It's about being able to read social cues and navigate social situations effectively. It's a key part of what makes someone a good leader, a good friend, a good partner.
Okay, so we've got curiosity, adaptability, critical thinking, open-mindedness, lifelong learning, and emotional intelligence.
Mm.
And next up is problem-solving skills.
This is where the rubber meets the road. It's all well and good to have all these other traits, but if you can't solve problems, you're not going to get very far in life. Intelligent people are able to break down complex problems into smaller, more manageable parts. They can think creatively and come up with innovative solutions.
It's like they see challenges as puzzles to be solved. They're not afraid to experiment, to try different approaches until they find one that works.
Right. And they're persistent. They don't give up easily. If they hit a roadblock, they find a way to get around it.
Okay, now self-discipline, that's got to be a big one.
Oh, absolutely. You can have all the talent and intelligence in the world, but without self-discipline, you're not going to achieve much.
It's that ability to stay focused, to resist distractions, and to follow through on your commitments.
Exactly. Intelligent people are able to set goals and then stick to them. They have the willpower to delay gratification and do what needs to be done, even when it's not fun or easy. Think about any successful athlete, artist, entrepreneur. They've all got incredible self-discipline. It's what allows them to put in the hours, the practice, the hard work that's required to reach their full potential.
And it's a muscle that you can strengthen over time. It's about building those habits, those routines that help you stay on track.
Exactly. And it's not about being perfect. Everyone slips up sometimes, but it's about getting back on track as quickly as possible and learning from those slip-ups. All right, let's talk about humility.
Okay, this one's interesting because you might not think of humility as a hallmark of intelligence, but
But it's essential. Truly intelligent people are humble. They recognize that they don't know everything. They're open to learning from others. They're not afraid to admit when they're wrong.
it's like they understand that knowledge is vast and that there's always more to learn. And that makes them incredibly approachable and easy to work with.
Right. They're not threatened by other people's intelligence or expertise. They see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. And finally, we have creativity.
All right, creativity. This is like the spark, the magic that allows intelligent people to come up with new ideas, to see things in a different way.
Yeah, it's the ability to think outside the box, to make connections between seemingly unrelated things, to come up with innovative solutions.
And I think this is where a lot of people get stuck. They think, oh, I'm not creative. But creativity is a skill you can develop.
Absolutely. You can train your brain to be more creative. It's about exposing yourself to new ideas, experimenting with different approaches, and not being afraid to fail.
It's about embracing that playful, curious side of yourself.
Exactly. Let your mind wander, let yourself daydream, and you might be surprised at what you come up with.
So there we have it. Curiosity, adaptability, critical thinking, open-mindedness, lifelong learning, emotional intelligence, problem-solving skills, self-discipline, humility, and creativity. 10 traits of highly intelligent people.
And the beautiful thing is, you don't have to be born with all of these traits. You can cultivate them. You can work on them. You can become a more intelligent, more well-rounded person.
That's encouraging. So, to our listeners, think about these traits. Which ones do you already possess? Which ones could you work on?
Right. Pick one or two that resonate with you and start there. Make a conscious effort to develop those skills.
And remember, intelligence is not a destination. It's a journey, a lifelong journey of learning, growing, and becoming the best version of yourself.
Well said.
We hope this deep dive has given you some valuable insights into the nature of intelligence. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.